Are you a nurse practitioner that owns a telemedicine practice and works across state lines? Your ability to practice across state lines goes well beyond being licensed in that state. I'm John, nurse practitioner, and I own my own telemedicine practice, and I am a scope of practice expert. For each state you operate in, you must do several things. First, your business does need to be registered with each state Secretary of State. Each Secretary of State have reporting requirements that you will need to be aware of so that you can fulfill those requirements. So you need to know what the reporting requirements are and how often you have to fill them. You want to consider if you need to pay sales tax or charge sales tax on services or items sold in that particular state. And if you do, then you will need to be registered with the respective state agency to make sure that you're compliant with that. You will be required to have a registered agent in each state. You should be aware of any state laws that regulate telemedicine, and several states have laws that regulate telemedicine. One law that is pretty common and one requirement that's pretty common among states is the requirement for doing an informed consent for telemedicine. Some states actually regulate the term telemedicine. Texas is one of those states. So if you're going across state lines or in your regular state, you need to know whether you can use that term legally, telemedicine. If you cannot, you may need to use the word telehealth, which may or may not be regulated. You will, of course, need an RN and an NP license. If your primary license is in a compact state and you want to work across state lines, then you may or may not be required to apply for an RN license, but you will definitely need an NP license. If it's a compact state, then you can check with their state boards to determine if they require you to apply for an RN license. Make sure that you're aware of State Board of Nursing regulations. Some state boards regulate how you operate your business. For instance, New Mexico has a requirement that if you close your practice, you have to advertise in a local paper, giving the public 30 to 90-day notice. I'm not sure the exact number, but I believe it's actually 90 days notice. So you have to give them that notice in order before you close the practice. If you think you want to prescribe controlled substances, I recommend against that. But if you want to explore it, then you should know that you have to have a DEA number in each state. You should be familiar with the state's controlled substance law if they have that. The DEA, in order to get a respective number in each state, you will be required to have a physical address and presence in the state. I know several people have tried using virtual addresses, and the DEA will not give a DEA number to a virtual address. So they have to have an actual physical address. And some physical addresses they will not allow either, such as using the address for your registered agent in that state. So it can be a little bit complicated if you're trying to do that. So my recommendation again is to avoid that. There is definitely a lot to know when crossing state lines. I offer consultation services and can do the legwork for you if you like. If you need assistance, reach out. My contact information is in my bio. If you found this video helpful, give me a like and a follow. Have a great day.